Narcissists build their entire identity on illusion, on charm that isn't real, on power that is borrowed, on control that only exists as long as you don't see the truth. They think their lies are smarter than your intuition, that their mind games can keep you confused forever. But illusions only live as long as you feed them, and the moment you open your eyes, their entire world begins to collapse. You weren't silent because you were weak. You were silent because you loved, because you cared, because you tried. But when that silence shifts from patience to clarity, everything changes. The moment you stop reacting, stop explaining, stop trying to understand someone who never intended to understand you, the game ends. A narcissist can manipulate your words, twist your emotions, even try to rewrite your memories, but they can't survive your indifference. Silence starves the ego they depend on. It forces them to confront what they've spent their entire life running from, themselves. They spend years pretending that domination is respect, that attention is love, that manipulation is intelligence. But every lie they tell chips away at their own soul. Every mask they wear becomes harder to remove. The person they pretend to be becomes a cage they can't escape. They fool others, but more tragically, they fool themselves. And eventually, that self-deception becomes the foundation of their downfall. What they never expect is the strength of the empath, the one they believed was weak. You gave more than they deserved, fought harder than they noticed, and loved deeper than they ever appreciated. But every empath has a breaking point. One day, you stop internalizing blame. One day, you see the pattern. One day your heart, tired, wounded, wiser, decides it's done. That day is the moment their illusion shatters. When you walk away, you don't just remove your presence. You remove their power, their audience, their emotional fuel. You take back the light they fed on. And without you, their world becomes small, hollow, and painfully quiet. That silence becomes the karma they never saw coming. Because while they try to break you, all they did was teach you to never let anyone have that kind of access to your heart again. The universe has its own balance. The chaos they create eventually circles back to them. Not as punishment, but as truth. People stop believing their stories. Their charm erodes. Their relationships fail. And they're left with the emptiness they once projected onto others. They lose the one thing they valued most, the mirror you once were. The mirror that made them feel important, powerful, admired. Meanwhile, you rise, not through revenge, but through rediscovering your worth. You remember your strength, your intuition, your heart. You rebuild the pieces they try to break, and you become someone they can never reach again. Your peace becomes your victory. Your silence becomes your power, and your healing becomes the one thing they can never steal. In the end, the greatest loss they face is losing access to you, the one thing they never valued until it was gone.